If capital is able to move and internationalize itself, then workers have the right to move and internationalize themselves. They have the right to do that. We see it around us. We see it around us. Dr. King often preached a sermon about Rip Van Winkle. You know the story of Rip Van Winkle. Rip Van Winkle went up to the mountain top and decided he was going to go for a long sojourn. When Rip Van Winkle walked up to that mountaintop, he looked up at a sign that was on what we refer to as a modern bed and breakfast inn. And he saw a picture of King George III. He came down from the mountaintop after his long sleep. And when he came down, he looked up at that sign, and now it had a picture of George Washington. So Rip Van Winkle had slipped through one of the most important moments in history. Rip Van Winkle had decided that he wasn't going to be a part of history. He wasn't going to be on the right side of history. He was going to be absent from the decisions that would be made in history. That's what Rip Van Winkle did. But I know members in this audience, my brothers and sisters in the UAW, are not going to be on the wrong side of history. They're going to be on the right side of history. They're not going to sleep. They're not going to fall asleep. They're going to be at the wheel. They're going to chart the direction with all the members and all the men and women and all the workers of the world. Not only those of the middle class, but those workers who are underemployed and unemployed. We have to grab and embrace them. We're at a critical moment. The great revolutions that made this country and made the liberal democracies were based upon the ideals of the Enlightenment period. The right to exist. The right to exist. Before the Enlightenment period, there was the Magna Carta, the right for peasants and workers and farmers to go in the forest and take food and gather food and kill animals. The evolution of that. We're at a very crisis right now where the right to exist is in jeopardy. The right to exist, not as we see it in the 18th century, the 19th century, but in the 21st century, is in jeopardy. We have to stand up for that. That is that. When we stand up to that, we're on the right side of history. God bless you.
Dennis Williams.